Hello, this is the third orientation video for technical writing online. And so this particular orientation will focus on the work of the class and not only just what it is, but where to find it and where to turn it in, and then a few key points about our work that are important to remember. So you'll see here that I'm in ACES, and I'm going to go to our Canvas class. And I want to emphasize that it's going to be important for you to actually enter our class and not do all your work through your dashboard. You may be used to doing that with your multiple classes, but it's going to be important for you with our class to go in, because the first page when you enter is what I call the class announcements page. And this is the way that I'll be communicating with you during the semester, and it's going to be important for you to check it regularly. There'll be assignment updates, there'll be extra information about doing assignments. So always enter our class and to see what to do. So I want to emphasize the place to start, and you've probably already been here, is our class info page, which has got information about orienting for the class. And I'm going to look particularly at our class assignment calendar, because that has the picture of all our work. And I strongly recommend that you print this with our other work in the class and keep it in a notebook. And here you have all our work and when it's due. So you should never be confused about what it is that I need to do and when it's due. In this single page, I've also got kind of what the work is of our class. And you'll see that we have discussion board and other assignments that make up 25% of your grade. And those include our discussion board posts from our readings, as well as the interim reports for the analytic report, and then some short technical communication, technical writing exercises. And one thing to note about our due dates, you'll see the discussion boards, we do 2 a week through the 6th week. And on Saturdays, we'll have the exercises due, and then the assignments are due typically on Sunday. But the Easter weekend is the weekend or Sunday of our 4th assignment. And so I've kind of shifted things over a little bit. And after that, for assignment 4 and 5, the assignments are due on Monday. And then our larger our analytic report is due on May 6th. There's also an overview of kind of the chapters that are needed to be read for each assignment that we do. I also summarize important information about our policies right here. Just a reminder, with late work and attendance policy, with our kind of discussion board and other assignments, the kind of daily work, if it's late, there's no credit. With our writing assignments, which are worth a little bit more, as well as the analytic report, if it's late, it's 10 points off or 10% off per grade, per day late. So it's not the end of the world if you have a late paper, but you need to get it in promptly. Also a reminder that attendance equals participation in our class, so assignments that are late or missed count as an absence. And at 5 absences, that's 5 late or missed assignments, you may be dropped from the class. So it is important to do your work and do your work on time. So I want to talk now about doing the assignments. And the easiest way to kind of get to our assignments is through modules. You can see all the assignments here, but they're grouped around our assignments into modules. You see we have our Smart Start module with the 2 assignments you need to do for the Smart Start. And then around our first assignment, the job application letter and resume. All the assignments related to that week, because we basically do an assignment a week almost, are fit into here. And same thing with the other modules. So I want to show you what an assignment page looks like. So at the top of each one of these modules focused on an assignment is the actual assignment page for that module. So you'll need to download it, and I do recommend that you print it. It's interesting that it's coming up inside this. Let's see, I'll open. Looks like it opens inside Canvas, but then you can open it up as a PDF file. That's why you need Adobe Acrobat Reader. And inside each assignment sheet is all the information you need to do the assignment. And I want to stress that each assignment involves readings and some studying from our textbook and sometimes our supplementary technical writing online. And then, so doing those is really important. As I mentioned, doing this class is a little bit like a cooking class, and each different genre or assignment is like cooking a different dish. And our textbook is like our cookbook. So if you're not reading those chapters closely and following their instructions and models, you'll find it difficult. And then also reading and following this assignment sheet is very important too, because I give you specific information about doing the assignment. Sometimes I modify what's in the textbook for what we're going to do with this particular assignment. You'll notice that there are links inside. You'll want to follow all links and view those. All right, so that shows you what the assignment sheets are like. And I want to talk now about inside the modules. Let me go back. So this is where the assignments are, and inside each module there's a place where you turn it in. Assignment 1, job application letter and resume, is where you actually turn that assignment in. And those typically are where you'll upload files. This shows a little bit differently for you. With our discussion boards, and I'll show you one discussion board, you basically either type right in or copy and paste your response in here. So the discussion boards, as well as the interim reports, you just copy and paste. But for the assignments, you'll work them in a word processor and then upload them. So we've seen where to find assignments, where to turn them in. And so I've got two last key points to make about the class. And that has to do with our semester-long analytic report. So one of the things you're going to want to do here this first week is actually open the analytic report assignment. And I'll just let it open here, here in Canvas. And skim the chapters. Look at chapter 17, which is just on writing reports, and then 18 is actually a chapter on recommendation reports. Make sure to look at the Technical Writing Online site. You may find it a little bit easier to understand than our Markel textbook. Skim this assignment and do some thinking about what topic you'd like to do. Because our interim report number 1, which is due on March 28th, which is the beginning of our second week of class, you're going to need to let me know a possible topic or a range of topics that you'd be interested in working on. We need to set you starting this project soon, because it is a semester-long project. It's a little bit longer. So that's really important to get a jump on. Now, one thing that you have the option also to do, and this brings up the second aspect of the class, is that we have two assignments that are collaborative. The first one is going to be our instructions, Module 3, and the second one is the definition assignment, which is for Module 4. So, and you also can do assignments 5 and 6 as collaborative also. So I've had some students in the past form teams and they just roll through assignments 3 through 6 working as a team. Or you could do the kind of minimum group work and just do modules, the assignment 3 and 4 as a team. So another thing to look at, and I would skim this, is in the instructions there is information about teams and working in groups. So talks about forming groups, notes on collaboration, and our chapter 4 in our textbook is a good chapter on collaboration, and it talks some about how you'll be drafting and working as a group. So you want to kind of get that in mind, that for assignment 3 and 4 you're going to need to work in a team. So you need to be thinking about who would you like to work with. And I want to go back to our first discussion is some about you introducing yourself and why you're taking this class. But also, I'd like you to share some information about yourself and your work habits and your work ethics so that people can get kind of an idea of who they might like to work with. And I would start early, beginning to try to make connections with people that you maybe would like to work with. And because the sooner that you all do have a group formed, you're able to actually start doing some prospecting for topics and thinking about what you might want to do. And that would include the analytic report. So that, you know, we're sort of forming individual topics early, but as groups may be formed, then people can join together around topics. So I think that concludes our orientation talking about the work of the class. And I guess the last thing I want to remind you is about our Smart Start assignment. You want to make sure to get that in by Tuesday. It's not hard, just doing discussion 1, introducing yourself, and the orientation assignment, kind of reviewing basic information about our class. If you ever have questions about the class and doing our work, don't hesitate to contact me either through Canvas mail, or you can call my office phone, or if you're on campus you can actually come by and see me. So I'm looking forward to our semester and working together, and I will look forward to seeing your work.